Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Ready for something outrageous? This karate champ's belt is black and blue. A stunt driver dips his toe in the water. A woman's wedding is for the birds. And a dirt biker eats dirt. If it's off the wall and it's on tape, then it's all here. It's totally outrageous behavior.
Welcome to Totally Outrageous Behavior. My name is Lisa Durgan, and I've got a business opportunity you'd be crazy to pass up. Now, I've collected some of the wildest videos in the world to show you, and all I'm asking in return is a half an hour of your time. You're not convinced? Well, watch this. Andy Aish and his friend Joe are adding another stunt to their long list of attention getters. They're going to jump a car and trailer across a river.
With a caravan with a stored up momentum, when we get them both into the air, the caravan's momentum should add to the car's momentum.
Or more accurately, they're going to try.
He's not going to be fast enough. I'm going to abort it. I'm going to stop it. Stop it, Andy. You're not fast enough.
The locals can't wait to see if it turns out any better than last year's big event. But that bar's set pretty high.
Got very close to the double-decker bus.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. It floated across, hit the deck, and then floated the rest of the way.
But with Andy's determination...
Well, I'm definitely going to have a good go, and I'm hoping to get right across.
And Joe's enthusiasm...
He's going fast enough. Come on, Andy. Now, faster, faster.
anything is possible. Well, almost anything. And instead of basking in his glory, Andy's sinking in the river.
You didn't tell me you couldn't swim.
Oh, no.
Maybe the next time these guys try a stunt like this,
Come on, Andy. Now, faster, faster.
they'll hook a boat up to the car instead. You plan, you prepare, you worry, and if everything goes well, your big day goes off without a hitch. But if it doesn't, at least make sure your camera's rolling. After a picturesque wedding, this bride stops to offer some cake to a beautiful swan. But this bird doesn't want some stale leftovers. He wants a piece of her. Looks like the swan is trying to get a sneak peek at the bride's garter. But she's saving that for the honeymoon. Perhaps in the past, bride and swan could have gotten along. But now the bride just won't have it. After all, she's a married woman. This next video is an instruction manual on what not to do. This martial arts master is making an instructional video.
You ready? Everybody ready?
To show people how it's done. The first lesson of the tape, if things don't go well,
You're going back when I hit, man.
blame your assistant.
Don't let it move. Just keep it right there.
Looks like that video will be hitting the shelves. Well, once this guy manages to break them.
No, don't push back, man. Hold it.
But perhaps a change of scenery will do the trick.
You're going back here. You can't move at all. I didn't move at all.
And if 2 boards won't break, he'll try 3. Too bad there's no one left to blame. This black belt really thought he had a future in karate videos.
Just keep it right there, bro.
But he just can't break through.
I didn't move at all.
The guy in this next video wonders why no one has ever tried his signature stunt before. Watch this and maybe you'll have a clue, even if he doesn't. Dirt biker Mark Hood has jumped this Alaskan mining road 100 times. But when he tries to take the jump to new heights, he ends up hitting a new low.
What did you do, bro? I'm gonna go for it in 5th gear next time.
Did he just say next time?
The first time was what gave me the guts to go for it the second time. That and everyone at my work didn't think I would go for it, and I had to prove them wrong. This Texas boy will go for it.
And go for it he does.
I went for the jump the second time exactly the same way it was the first time, only faster.
This time, Mark makes it all the way to the landing. And then some.
I flew about 150 feet through the air and landed on my feet, which didn't work too well, as you've seen.
Because you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, why try again? No news is good news, but messed up news is just plain funny. Watch this. On this Argentinian political talk show, things can get a little out of hand. And while this guest is politically conservative, he's a little liberal with the punches. He thinks he has the majority on his side, but getting his point across is still a challenge. This politician can sure be passionate. But it's easy to understand why the host just wants to kick him off the show. I'll be right back, and so should you, because we've got more totally outrageous behavior after this.
Coming up, this truck driver tries to catch a plane. Plus, this skateboarder wins a bet the hard way. And later, a crazy biker hits new highs and lows with a wild new stunt. When totally outrageous behavior continues.
Welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the world, the outrageousness continues. Extreme skater Luis Mendez is trying to impress his friends at the local skate shop.
The stunt that I was attempting was a mute grab into a mini vert ramp.
And he's determined to get it right, no matter how badly it hurts. But soon Luis realizes what he needs to pull it off.
Beer!
Yeah, sure, a little drink is just the thing to help him balance. Unfortunately, it doesn't make him invincible. Looks like Luis is going to have one heck of a headache. At least he didn't risk his neck for nothing.
Look, $5.
He did it for next to nothing because someone bet Luis that he couldn't land this trick. But they never said he had to land it on his feet. Did a lot of planning to make sure this next stunt went perfectly, and then they did this instead. At this Reading, California air show, pilots from around the world show off their latest stunts. And this pilot hopes to top them all by landing on a runway moving at 60 miles per hour. He narrowly misses in his first approach, but his second attempt proves why this bold flyer is one of the kings of the air. Unfortunately, he follows it up by showing why he should have stayed in the cockpit. Oops! Looks like the captain may have left the controls a little too early. Luckily, his landing zone doubles as a tow truck. This daring pilot was flying high with his pinpoint landing. But then his plans for the perfect stunt took a nosedive. You know, we get the weirdest tapes in the mail for this show. And this next video was one of them. Check it out. These legs belong to Aswan Badruzerman, a kid who knows that staying fit is important. And if he's going to make the track team, he's got to be in top shape. But when he stops to catch his breath, his foot catches on the treadmill. Guess he's done for today. If Aswan really wants to be a contender, he's gonna have to get his running up to speed. In our videos, we like to celebrate the thrill of victory and the agony of this next guy. Palador wants to become a professional bullfighter. But first, he has to make it through the tryouts. His never say die attitude pushes him on. But to say that he's doing well is just a bunch of bull. Looks like Palador isn't quite ready for the big league. Oh well, even if he didn't make it this time, at least he got a real charge out of his audition. Make it look easy, but television isn't always error-free. Just take a look at this next video and you'll see what I mean. TV personality Manny LaPera showcases the weird and the wacky. He's found a group of underground daredevils who pride themselves on their off-the-wall, low-budget stunts. They call this one the Bicycle Bonfire of Bravery. And when they challenge Manny to be a part of their group, he's eager to prove his worthiness. But you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, jump into the fire. Luckily, Manny's all right. And he's proven to the daredevils at this event that his courage can't be extinguished. When it comes to superstitions, I have 3 pieces of advice. Never walk under a ladder, try not to break any mirrors, and whatever you do, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more totally outrageous behavior.
Up next, a downhill skier takes a seat. Plus, this hot rod really starts cooking. And later, a BMX biker nails the takeoff, but fails the landing when totally outrageous behavior returns.
Hey, welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. I'm back, you're back, so sit back and check this out. There's a reason why California native Brandon Best chose an apartment on the 3rd floor.
Basically, I've been inspired by daredevils and people that do stunts. And being on my balcony and looking down there and seeing how far it was, I basically thought I could do a jump just like a stuntman.
There's also a reason why he has his friends over. He needs an audience, and he needs help setting up.
Both the matches were for my brothers. They let me borrow them to do the stunt. The boxes were there for a little extra cushioning.
Brandon uses nothing but professional quality materials.
Holy here we go.
And he jumps just like a pro. He just doesn't land like one.
About halfway down, I realized that I had actually pushed off too far. And at that point, I realized that there's nothing I could do. I landed on the very edge of the mattress and went straight to the grass.
So what's next for this aspiring fall guy?
All the stunts are on hold indefinitely.
That makes sense. Brandon made his bed. Now he has to land in it. There's nothing better than driving on the open road. The wind in your hair, the sun at your back, and crazy drivers all around like this next guy. Take a look. We're at an underground street race in Philadelphia. And the action's starting to heat up.
Right over there, kerosene tanks. There's a dude holding the torch, heating up his nitrous bottles, and we're at a gas station. There you go. He's smoking a cigarette.
Apparently, no risk is too great with a whopping $100 on the line.
Smallest motors in street racing possible are about to race. Alcohol Banshee versus some souped-up Civic. And I know this Civic dude's gonna lose big time. I'll put my truck on it.
This race is about to begin. And end. Why stop, drop, and roll when you can stop, strip, and fan the flames? Well, that's a good way to put out a fire.
Get fire extinguisher at the gas station!
Hey, there's a thought. No word on whether the winner ever got his $100. But we know what the loser got. A brand new set of Hot Wheels. Don't you just hate a show-off? Well, we don't. When Scott Hibbert wants to shred some powder, he heads for Snow Summit, California, where there are plenty of opportunities for him to show off his stuff. Or land on it. At least there's plenty of snow around, because he's going to need to ice that down. What I love most about this show, I get to stay here while the people in the videos end up in places like this. These Spanish acrobats are entertaining the crowd at this outdoor festival. The only problem is they have to climb over their friends to get to the top. Luckily, everyone's equal today. They all started on the ground floor, and that's where they all end up. The sky was not the limit for this human erector set, because just when they came close to reaching their peak, the bottom dropped out. Here's one athlete who could use a little bit more practice. This muscle man is going for a world record, but he doesn't know his own strength, or lack of it. Nice job, Hercules. Not only didn't he break the record, but now he can look forward to 7 years of bad luck. This next video was sent to us by totally outrageous viewers Mike Calmy, Andrew Pogrzelski, and Colin Wayman. Their amateur film has professional-style stunts, only these happen by accident. These young performers are making a film as part of a high school Spanish class.
I went to my friend Colin's house to film a Spanish project that my teacher assigned us.
And since they have the complicated plot worked out,
I was a crime lord. My name is Giovanni, and I was just trying to not get caught by undercover cops.
it's time to let the cameras roll.
I was getting away from them in every scene.
But while the cops can't catch this character, the sliding door sure can.
I just remember like hearing a bang and everyone screaming.
I was supposed to leave the door open when I walked in, and it didn't happen.
Looks like Andrew does his own stunts. This is one young movie star whose window of opportunity has closed.
Coming up next, a van takes a biker on a wild ride on totally outrageous behavior.
Welcome back to Totally Outrageous Behavior. Now, if tonight's show were a dinner, then this next video would be the dessert. Here it is, my favorite video of the evening. In a Maryland suburb, two BMX bikers are working on their latest trick.
He's trying to get me killed. Look at this lip. I'm a professional BMX bike rider. I've always kind of had a interest in doing some of the more off-the-wall type stunts.
What we're gonna try to do is transfer the van into a ramp van. So we have a lip attached to the front and a landing attached to the back. And I guess I've never done this before, so we'll see what happens.
Some dudes just got too much time on their hands, man. It's cool.
Jumping over a parked van may be cool, but for these guys, it's just the beginning.
The original plan was for a moving van with a ramp attached to it to drive at me on my bicycle.
All right, Nate. I'll just drop my arm when I want you to go.
So what made Colin think he could pull off this stunt?
I got pretty good grades in high school. Never took physics, but I always had an interest in that type of thing. I watched MacGyver a lot.
And this MacGyver fan takes a quantum leap.
I was definitely to blame for this stunt going wrong. I pedaled at the ramp when I was supposed to just coast.
23 feet was a lot higher than I expected to go.
Turns out these guys spent too much time on the van and not enough time on the plan.
If I was smarter, I probably would have stayed in school, but I'm having fun instead.
He may be out of school, but this biker just got a crash course in physics. Oh, well, all good things must come to an end. And the same is true for totally outrageous behavior. Until next week, thanks for watching.